Ahoy, me mateys! Are you ready to set sail for adventure? All right, guys. So I'm like geeked. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like losing my mind. But I filtered stuff. I went to Carnival. I'm trying to keep it simple. I might even I'm more inclined to purchase this in advance. I was thinking excursions like 150 or less, right? So I went to Carnival and I just filtered based on Grand Turks and Caicos and highlighted stuff I liked, and I kind of scrolled through their excursions and favorited all the ones that I liked. And so once I compiled it, the first five that showed up were like my top favorite. So this is just me kind of doing a brief overview. So I saw this about painting. The reason I chose this is a reasonable price. It's like $80 give or take per person. You can see it there. But it's 3 hours, so it takes up a good amount of time. We would only have really time to do the one thing. It's a reasonable price, but I like it because you get a souvenir, right? I love like the paintings. You come home, you can bring it back, and you got a souvenir, something a memento. So that's why I really like that one. It's a reasonable price, reasonable amount of time, and you get a decent souvenir. ATVs are cool. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but it has a lot of good reviews. 183 reviews and 4.5 stars. So that's really good. It takes 2 hours. ATVs are a fun way to like experience land like that. I don't know if you guys are comfortable doing that, but that's on the table. That one, I'm gonna come back and tell you what my top three are. Power snorkeling, I really resonate with. That's a unique experience. It only has 4 reviews. It has 4.5 stars. So obviously, the more reviews, the better. Like if you can have more reviews and high number of stars, then that's a good omen. This one only has 4 reviews. It takes 3 hours, but I chose it because it's a unique experience. You're underwater, like you have the snorkel and you have a power thing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Because I was watching a video where people had jetpack under the water, and they were like flying around like Superman under the water. I was like, then I saw this. I was like, oh my goodness. So that's a unique experience. So that's why I chose that one. Horseback riding is cool. It's a little bit on the pricey side, and it's shorter. I don't like that it's so short. Right? It's only about an hour. So I don't know if I necessarily want to do horseback, but if you guys wanted to do it, I would be game. I chose this semi submarine because that's a unique experience. It's a reasonable price, but it's kind of short, so it's just based on what you guys are feeling. So the first five are my tops. Let me see. One, the painting, ATV off road, power snorkeling, horseback riding, and the mini submarine. Those are my top five. I just want to kind of mention these others real quick because a total like 12, I think. There's a double decker, reasonable price. It's about 2 hours. It's going to be leisure activity, so you can see this town and kind of relax. Uh, I chose this one because it's cuisine, so you're getting like local cuisine. You kind of got to be a little bit careful with food because it's easy to kind of mess up your stomach. But anyway, I'm just throwing it in there. I chose it because of the food. It's a reasonable price. Again, relaxing. Snorkel. This one's 3 hours. It's a little bit on the pricey side. It says catamaran sail, snorkel, and secluded beach. I chose it mostly because of the secluded beach, but I'm leaning more towards the power snorkel because that's a unique experience. But it's like again, I saw it, I added it. Another snorkeling thing, reasonable price, 2.5 hours, decent amount of time. Snorkeling and stingray. Dune buggy adventure. 121 reviews, 4.5 stars. That was 114 per person. Two reef snorkel, 2 hours, $100. Yada yada yada. So it's a lot of snorkeling. A tram. Why did I choose this one? I think I chose this one because of the price. It's like 35 per person, right? So those are the ones that I was considering for now. If I had to choose my top three, I think my number one. Here, let me start with my number three. I think my number three would be I'm just choosing the semi submarine because it's a unique experience. I don't. It's not often that you get that opportunity to kind of be underwater like that. So that's my number three. My number two. would be the painting or the painting, right? Because again, you get a. I just resonate. It's therapeutic. It's fun. That was one thing I really wanted to do. Not really wanted to do, but I thought would be fun to do because and you get a souvenir at the end. But if you haven't guessed it by now, my number one I think is going to be the power snorkel, right? Rays and beach. Again, a unique experience. It simulates flight, but you're underwater. Like I think that's so cool. It's a reasonable price, a little over $100 per person. It only has 4 reviews in 3 hours. I like that it's 3 hours, right? So we can, an hour. Then it's like, I'm trying to maximize the time with it with being reasonable. So my number one pick would be this power snorkel. All right, guys. Thank you for your time, and with that, we're gonna end the session here. And from one beautiful mind to another, set sail, me mateys.